Hello there and welcome back. In this video, we are going to start part 3 of The Life of Pi. We are going to read chapter 95, 96, 97, and 98 in this video, but remember all the other chapters are available on different videos on the channel, so do check them out. The Life of Pi, Ian Martel, part 3, Benito Juarez Infirmary, Tomatlan, Mexico. Chapter 95. Mr. Tomohiro Okamoto of the Maritime Department in the Japanese Ministry of Transport, now retired, told me that he and his junior colleague at the time, Mr. Atsuro Chiba, were in Long Beach, California, the American Western Seaboard's main container port near Los Angeles, on unrelated business when they were advised that a lone survivor of the Japanese ship Simpson, which had vanished without a trace in the Pacific international waters several months before, was reported to have landed near the small town of Tomatlan on the coast of Mexico. They were instructed by their department to go down to contact the survivor and see if any light could be shed on the fate of the ship. They bought a map of Mexico and looked to see where Tomatlan was. Unfortunately for them, a fold of the map crossed Baja California over a small coastal town named Tamatan, printed in small letters. Mr. Okamoto was convinced he read Tamatlan. Since it was less than halfway down Baja California, he decided the fastest way to go there would be to drive. They set off in their rented car. When they got to Tamatan, 800 kilometers south of Long Beach, and saw that it was not Tomatlan, Mr. Okamoto decided that they would continue to Santa Rosalia, 200 kilometers further south, and catch the ferry across the Gulf of California to Guyamas. The ferry was late and slow, and from Guyamas it was another 1,300 kilometers to Tomatlan. The roads were bad. They had a flat tire. Their car broke down, and the mechanic who fixed it surreptitiously cannibalized the motor of parts, putting in used parts instead, for the replacement of which they had to pay the rental company, and which resulted in the car breaking down a second time on their way back. The second mechanic overcharged them. Mr. Okamoto admitted to me that they were very tired when they arrived at the Benito Juarez Infirmary in Tamatlan, which is not at all in Baja California, but 100 kilometers south of Puerto Vallarta in the state of Jalisco, nearly level with Mexico City. They had been traveling non-stop for 41 hours. "We work hard," Mr. Okamoto wrote. He and Mr. Chiba spoke with PC Molitor Patel in English for close to 3 hours, taping the conversation. What follows are excerpts from the verbatim transcript. I am grateful to Mr. Okamoto for having made available to me a copy of the tape and of his final report. For the sake of clarity, I have indicated who is speaking when it is not immediately apparent. Portions printed in a different font were spoken in Japanese, which I have translated. Chapter 96. Hello, Mr. Patel. My name is Tomohiro Okamoto. I am from the Maritime Department in the Japanese Ministry of Transport. This is my assistant, Atsuro Chiba. We have come to see you about the sinking of the ship Simpson, of which you were a passenger. Would it be possible to talk to you now? Yes, of course. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Now, Atsuro-kun, you're new at this, so pay attention and see to learn. Yes, Okamoto-san. Is the tape recorder on? Yes, it is. Good. Oh, I'm so tired. For the record, today is February 19th, 1978. Case file number 250663 concerning the disappearance of the cargo ship Simpson. Are you comfortable, Mr. Patel? Yes, I am. Thank you. And you? Yes, we are very comfortable. You've come all the way from Tokyo? We were in Long Beach, California. We drove down. Did you have a good trip? We had a wonderful trip. It was a beautiful drive. I had a terrible trip. Yes, we spoke to the police before coming here and we saw the lifeboat. I'm a little hungry. Would you like a cookie? Oh, yes. Here you go. Thank you. You're welcome. It's only a cookie. Now, Mr. Patel, we were wondering if you could tell us what happened to you with as much detail as possible. Yes, I'd be happy to. Chapter 97. The Story. Chapter 98. Mr. Okamoto. Very interesting, Mr. Chiba. What a story. He thinks we're fools. Mr. Patel, we'll take a little break and then we'll come back, yes? That's fine. I'd like another cookie. Yes, of course. Mr. Chiba, he's already had plenty. And most he hasn't even eaten. They're right there beneath his bedsheet. Just give him another one. We have to humor him. We'll be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned for chapter 99.